Milo Pickney Time is also brought to you by Good to Grow Yogurt, Orchard Juices, and the Sagicor Group Jamaica.
Pickney time is playing fun. Pickney time to learn and shine. Pickney time la dilly dum. Skip, 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 skip. Skip of love. Skip, 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 skip. Skip of fun. Skip, 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 skip. Dilly dum. As we whirl, as we twirl. Boys and girls on Pickney time.
We are at South Camp Road.
Where is that, Auntie Jenny?
JDF. We call it the home, the platform, the location, the workplace for soldiers, and we're taking you and our little ones on the Milo Pickney Time on a wonderful JDF tour. You're gonna love this.
Sounds exciting.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm Sergeant Huxtable. Welcome to the Jamaican Military Museum.
Thanks.
Thanks for
Hi,
having
boys
us.
and girls. Welcome to Upper Camp. And here in our museum, we're going to start off with our tour in our temporary display area. Are you ready?
Ready.
All right, come this way. In 1914, over 100 years ago, World War I started, boys and girls. It was a big war, and they call it World War because a lot of countries from all over the world took part in this war. And essentially, they referred to it as a World War. What did they call it? World War. Right, and so the main countries at war, Germany and England. So this war had a very unique twist to it compared to other wars before it. And because of that, they refer to it as trench warfare. What did they call it?
Trench warfare.
Trench warfare. They refer to it as trench warfare because the soldiers actually fought in trenches. They dug trenches. Can you see the soldiers standing in the trenches? So they dug the trenches, and you see the sandbags? They are used as retainers to prevent the wall from caving in. They could actually mount sandbags piled up in front of them, and so they would be hiding behind the sandbags. So if the enemy fired at them, then the bullets would be trapped in the sandbag, so it offered protection as well. Chemical warfare started for the first time during World War I, and in an attempt to protect themselves, they put these bags over their head, and they were designed with cutouts in the front with plastic lens in front of it, so they could still see through them. And so that started the development of what we call today the gas mask. The use of airplanes in war started during World War I because the soldiers were in the trenches. It was difficult for them to get at each other, and that was part of the reason for the war being dragged out for so long. So the war ran for 4 years, from 1914, and it ran for 4 years, when would the war end? Very good, 1918. This is one of the weapons that they used to move from place to place during the war. And so to maneuver a heavy weapon like this, they put wheels on it. So you can see the wheels here. This is one, and another one is there. Sometimes these weapons were actually horse-drawn. The horses had to pull them. But actually, men could group up on this thing and get it into place to turn it to different directions as well. And for a short distance, they could move it to where they needed. But for long distances, it could be attached to a vehicle or horses or elephants, because animals were used during the war period for different purposes.
Why would you use elephants to pull that?
Because it was heavy and elephants are strong. And so they used to use elephants to carry a lot of heavy equipment. And even during war.
Yeah, but elephants? I understand horses, but elephants?
All right. The Indians would be a part of this world war, and elephant was one of their main mode of transportation. So maybe the British would tend to use horses, the Australians would tend to use horses, some people would even use mules. Caribbean nationals got involved in the war. So they were a part of the British Commonwealth, and so they wanted to show their patriotism to the crown, to Britain, to England, to say that, hey, we are willing to help. What can we do? And eventually, they started recruiting in Upper Camp. And this is a scene here. And so on the 8th of November, 1915, first contingent of Caribbean nationals, members of the newly formed British West Indies Regiment, boarded this ship, downtown Kingston Harbor, and left for war. And this is a scene of downtown Kingston, King Street to be exact. And you can see some of those buildings looking like the ones you will see down there. And if you look down here, you'll see some
Carriages?
yes, those are actually tram cars. And so
They ran
you
on
can
lines.
see the lines here, just similar to train tracks. And that's what they drove on.
We were called the Pearl of the Caribbean, so we're very rich. All the things that they
Very-
wanted to
very
have,
advanced.
they brought it to Jamaica first. So we like have the best bridge because we have the oldest bridge in the Western Hemisphere.
Right.
We're the first to get electricity, which was in Black River. We're the first to have running water. We're the first to have a post office.
True.
Even America was using horses to carry their letters. And we had post office because we're the Pearl of the Caribbean, because all the wealthy lived here. We were the richest country in the world.
And our main display area is set up to tell you about how military life has affected Jamaicans over the years, from our first inhabitants who were the very good to modern day JDF. When the Spaniards came here, with their leader being Christopher Columbus, the Spanish were more of the Iron Age. From which age? Iron Age. So because of that, they came here looking for gold, that's precious metal, right? They never quite find that. However, they were versed with iron and were able to shape these metals into weapons and even protective gears.
Just
Can you
like-
guys tell me of a famous maroon?
Nanny of the Maroon.
Very good, Nanny of the Maroon. So Nanny was one of those maroons, and they were from Africa, remember? And so they went back to their African way of living, so they employed the drums. You can see the drum here. This one is called the oprenteng. Let me hear you say oprenteng.
Apprentice.
And this one is called the gumbe. Say gumbe. Very good. Now, along with the drums, they have another very special instrument. And it's this horn right here. It's called the abeng. What is it called?
Abeng.
Right. And so that's how the Maroons used to communicate long distances. British soldiers tried to recapture some of them, and they would actually blow the abeng to signal the other Maroons living in the community, and were able to organize themselves in groups, and they would set traps, ambush it was referred to as. So they would go in the bushes, in the forest, put leaves around them looking like a part of the forest, probably looking like a tree, and blend in with the bushes. And so when the British or the Spanish soldier would come with weapons like this looking for them, they would even stop by one of those trees to rest and not realize that it's not a real tree. And so the Maroons would be able to capture them and take away weapons from them. You know the sport shot put?
Yes.
Did you know that it's a cannonball that they use as a shot put ball? And it would be a similar thing with the javelin. If you look at those spears, they used to practice to throw spears and see who was more accurate, who could throw it further, things like that. Here we have a scene of the British West Indies Regiment here in Up Park Camp. This photograph would have been taken somewhere between 1915 and 1918 when the war ended. Up Park Camp was much bigger than it is today back then. And so if you were going down Mountain View Avenue, based on maps that I've seen, you would have been passing through Up Park Camp. National Stadium, boys and girls, used to be on the grounds of Up Park Camp. Children's Hospital, it's just a fence that separates it from Up Park Camp. It used to be called the Old Military Hospital, and it was eventually handed over to the government and Children of Jamaica and renamed Bustamante Hospital for Children.
I'm going to give a prize.
Wow.
A good to grow prize. If anybody can show me one of our national heroes in a picture, the first to show me the national hero, go and show me and tell me his name.
The Right Excellent Norman Washington Manley.
One of our heroes, Norman Washington Manley, was indeed a soldier, and so he joined war while he was in England. He was actually there studying. He was on a scholarship, and war broke out. So he joined from England, and he earned medals similar to these that you see in here, to include one for bravery. This is one of the ships of our JDF Coast Guard, so there's another part of the JDF that is on the sea. It monitors what goes on at sea, and even some of those fishermen who get lost at sea, these are the first responders, so to speak, that will go in search of them. Yes, so this is one of 3 ships that were named after the 3 counties of Jamaica that we received in the early 2000s. And they are
Cornwall, Middlesex, and Surrey.
very good. This section is dealing with Females in the JDF.
Wow.
Women in the JDF. So that's Captain Sinclair. You guys can actually be anything you want to be. Even if you join the JDF, we have nurses, we have doctors, we have dentists, we have lawyers, we have engineers, we have drivers, we have pilots, we have aircraft technicians. You name the trade, most likely it's in the JDF.
Come, young soldier. Let's see if you can do this, young soldier. And if it is, you read it without hitch. We're going to give you, here we have Mr. Milo himself, energy food drink of champion. Your mother will get this lovely bag. If it is, you can read without any hitch at all, everything that's up there. So go ahead.
Animals in the First World War. During the First World War, dogs were used to sniff out enemies, carry supplies, deliver messages, find the wounded, and as companions.
Very good. Did you know?
Did you know Sergeant Stubby was America's first war dog? He saved his regiment from a surprise gas attack. He found and comforted soldiers who were wounded on the battlefields. He also caught a German spy by the seat bottom of his pants, holding him there until American soldiers found him.
So everybody clap him again, clap him. All right, go tell get that later on. This one, what is it that soldiers ate during First World War?
Food was considered at times a luxury for soldiers on the battlefields during the First World War. Getting cooked food from the field kitchens to the soldiers on the battlefields were very difficult when a battle was about to start or was happening.
Khalil?
Did you know families of soldiers sent packages containing a number of items?
Sergeant, clap them again.
JDF was formed in 1962.
Who can tell me what took place in 1962?
Independence.
Whose?
Oh, Jamaica's.
Jamaica's independence, a prize.
What song?
When we have functions like opening of Parliament, you'll see us on parade and you'll see the flag in the middle. Honors and award ceremony at King's House, you'll see us there with the flag as well. Those are our regimental colors. And when you hear the anthem play, you'll see the flag go down and it touch the ground, and people will say that's the only time the national flag touch the ground, when the anthem is being played. The national flag don't touch the ground.
The national flag should never
Touch the ground. Never touch the ground.
On behalf of Milo Pickney Time, I would like to thank you for this wonderful tour and for showing us your museum.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Up, 2, 3,
You have to be louder, man.
2, 3, 4. Up, 2,
More noise.
3, 4. Up, 2, 3, 4. Up, 2, 3,
That's too soft.
As we work, as we turn, boys and girls, on Pickney time.
This is where I learn. I gain confidence from practice. Teamwork teaches me that some challenges have more than one answer.
Only Milo contains Active Go, which is a blend of Protomalt, a unique malt extract, and micronutrients to help prepare your child to get the best out of their day.
Thanks, Mom. Now I am ready.
Milo, energy food drink of champions.
Good to go!
Good to grow, the yogurt to know. The yogurt to know is good to grow. A happy face starts with great taste, nutritious for kids, and it tastes great.
Mela Bird, Vanilla Slide, Rocking Punch, Razzle Dazzle Berry.
A happy face for everyone. Come together and have some fun. Good to grow, the yogurt to know. The yogurt to know is good to grow.
Good to Grow yogurt from the makers of This Is Really Great Yogurt.
Grow!
On your marks, get set, go to York Castle High 5K and Beach Bashment at Salem Beach, St. Anne. Mark the date, October 13. Check out the Facebook page. Get ready to register at York Castle High School or online at the webpage York Castle High Alumni or email yorkcastle5k@gmail.com. York Castle High 5K and Beach Bashment. What a time! October 13. Mark the date.
This is where I learn. Courage is what I got from experience. With hard work, there are no walls between me and my dreams.
Only Milo contains Active Go, which is a blend of Protomalt, a unique malt extract, and micronutrients to help prepare your child to get the best out of their day.
Thanks, Mom. Now I am ready.
Milo, energy food drink of champions.
As we work, as we twirl, boys and girls, on picnic time.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. How are we doing today?
Awesome.
My name is Uncle Milton, and welcome to JDF Airing. Our motto, we fly for all. Today we'll be exploring the Bell 412. Anyone knows anything about the Bell 412?
It's a helicopter.
High five, 5 points for you. The Bell 412 is a helicopter. It is one of the aircrafts that we have here in our fleet. Anybody interested in taking a tour?
All right, so lead the way.
Has anybody been to the airport before? Yeah. What do you see when you're at the airport? Apart from planes.
Helicopters.
All right, helicopters. What else?
Food court.
Food court. Unfortunately, we don't have any food court here. But if you guys could look to your right, you'll see our fueling system. So that is where we keep our fuel. Welcome, guys, to the Bell 412. Bell 412 is a 2-engine helicopter. It's capable of taking 15 seated persons. Now here at the JDF Airing, we use the aircraft for various missions. One such mission includes search and rescue. Can anybody tell me what search and rescue is? You wearing the white shirt.
Look for people and save them.
There you go. So for us, search and rescue means going to do a search, and once the person is found, we try to execute a rescue. All right? That can be done in 2 ways. We do it either in the mountains or out by sea. All right? So that is one of our missions. Another part of our daily routine includes taking patients from one hospital to another. All right? The Bell 412, it's capable of taking 6 patients. All right? So what we do is to remove the seats and we'll put in the stretchers, 3 on each side. All right? So that is 2 parts of our daily mission. A third part of our daily mission includes Bambi bucket mission. So basically that means taking water from a water source, which would include a river, a dam, a lake, a pond, and if needs be, the ocean. All right? So we take water from one of those sources, and we try to go and put out a fire, which would normally be in the hills where the fire trucks can't go. All right? So that is 3 things that we do here. Another part of our mission includes assisting the police with surveillance, and also we assist the ODPM. Anybody know the meaning of the acronym ODPM? ODPM. What does that mean?
Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management.
All right.
Do you know what they do?
They save people who were like injured or trapped in damaged houses from hurricanes and this.
Well done, sir. Well done. So that is one part of our daily routine. Another part of our daily routine includes training. So for you guys who saw the helicopter earlier, we train pilots and we also train technicians. All right, that is done over by the airport. Something else that we also do is we offer sun in the nights to persons that may be doing things that are illegal. All right? Explain. So let us say you did something wrong. You went into hiding. We know where you are, and we needed to give the police officers light on the ground. We have that capability as well.
We have Lieutenant Hudson. So outside we had Uncle Milton. And now inside, a pilot will show us how this works if it is everybody wants to operate their own helicopter when you're an adult. Over to you, Lieutenant.
Helicopter has three main controls. We have the cyclic, so it goes forward, left, right, and back. We have the collective, right? And what this does is pretty much this will go up and down. And you have the pedals that will turn the nose left or right.
What's the nose? The front?
The front. So your pedals turn about the vertical axis. Collective goes up and down, and your cycle goes in whatever direction. So this is speed, and it's also direction.
Controlled at the foot?
All
speed?
three coordinated at the same time.
Okay. So if I want to go faster, what are the things I would do?
You push forward more.
So I'd pull forward,
Right.
and then
Push forward, pull up, and some left pedal.
that's a lot of things to be
It is.
concentrating on.
It is.
All these things, do you actually need them when you're?
Yes, you do. So these are your engine controls. So it's two engines on this aircraft, left and right. Right? You have your fire pull handles. So if
What's
you
a
have
fire pull handle?
So if you have an engine fire, you pull this and it releases the fire containment agency in the back.
Which is what?
It's basically
Like an
the
extinguisher.
foam, right?
Okay.
Basically, it
And then?
explodes, and you have one for each engine. But you can use both of them on one engine if you need to.
These controls here, what are they for?
These are lighting. This is for engine start, and also engine control in terms of your RPM. That's how fast the rotor spins. Because sometimes you need to go a little faster, sometimes you need to go a little slower based on how much power you have on the.
How do you concentrate on all these?
Well, it's a lot initially, but you get better at it over time.
So you practice?
It's a lot of practice, yes.
So you have to focus on these and look where you go.
Yes,
in
you
the
do.
Sky. What happens when a storm comes?
When a storm comes, well, we avoid storms no matter what. We don't fly through storms or near them. So we have what we call the weather radar. That's this bit right here. It gives a readout of the weather system in front of you. So you use that to avoid what you can. Yes.
This 45
That's
represents what?
450 pounds of fuel.
And that can take us to as far as
Relative, it's best to think of it as how long you
How
can
long,
fly,
okay,
because
so-
the wind will determine how far you can go.
So
going
this gives
against
us
it.
a flight duration of roughly?
Approximately 40 minutes.
If you run out of fuel, what would you do?
Alright, so worldwide standard is that you want to land with 15 minutes of fuel in the aircraft. So you don't plan to, but if you do run out of fuel, helicopters are designed to execute what is called an auto rotation. So have you ever seen a windmill and the wind that turns the blade? So if you lose power, if you run out of fuel and the engine shuts down, you have to do what is called an auto rotation. So you have to lower this, and when the helicopter is descending, the wing turns the blade. And you have that one chance to execute a safe landing.
All right, thank you.
This is where I learn. Courage is what I got from experience. With hard work, there are no walls between me and my dreams.
Only Milo contains Active Go, which is a blend of Protomalt, a unique malt extract, and micronutrients to help prepare your child to get the best out of their day.
Thanks, Mom. Now I am ready.
Milo, energy food drink of champions.
Good to go!
Good to grow, the yogurt to know. The yogurt to know is good to grow. A happy face starts with great taste. Nutritious for kids, and it tastes great.
Mellow berry bird, vanilla slide, rocking punch, razzle dazzle berry.
A happy face for everyone. Come together and have some fun. Good good to grow. The yogurt to know. The yogurt to know is good to grow.
Good to Grow yogurt from the makers of This Is Really Great Yogurt.
As we whirl, as we twirl, boys and girls, on picnic time.
And welcome to the Brenda and Nancy Parent and Picnic segment. Now, did they learn or did they not learn? Over here we have
Auntie Sonia.
We have
Xavier.
Xavier. Over here we have
Uncle Frank.
and
Kylie.
we'll see which team takes the Milo prize at the Milo Picnic time. And it's a big container of Milo waiting for the winner. And we're starting with the boys' crew. Let's see how you do. When was the First World War?
1914 to 1918.
Good job, Ma. Side up right. Let's see if it's the Milo ready or this side don't give it to them. Next question over here. Which national hero fought in the World War? World War I. Which national hero?
Norman Washington Manley.
Right, excellent. Yes. It is a serious battle, a serious war of the brain at JDF Up Park Camp. Your team again. Who were the first inhabitants? You heard about it at the museum. The first inhabitants were the
Taínos.
The Taínos. Show no bad like yours. Next one. Name 2 animals mentioned to have been in the war.
Dog.
Dogs and?
Horse.
Dogs and horses, correct. We'll take that. Next, oh, this is a close battle. If it's a tie, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. We're going to make sure we give them both Milo. Next one, we're talking about the Iron Age. They mentioned the Iron Age at the museum. Tell me which age was the Iron Age. Go.
Spanish.
Too bright. Paying attention in class. Next one, when was World War II? 1939 to? Oh, tiebreaker is coming. 1939 to? Oh, gone over to the next group. To? 1939 to? 1945. 1945 is right, so you know, say them a lead. We're going to see what happens here. Your next question and your final question is, tell me one support service given by JDF Air Wing. One.
Find and rescue.
If we gonna lead in the Milo Picnic time, name me, not that one. Who started and invented the shot put? Big up to the shot put. Who do we give credit for the shot put? They started it and then we now have it as a competition. Go.
The military.
The military, congratulations, but you missed one. So it means you're second place, but guess what? You still get a prize. Come forward. We have Matthew from Milo making that presentation. Of course, so second place.
Second place, everybody goes home with something. We have our Milo 3-in-1.
Go ahead, present.
Now to the Guardian.
Yes.
There you go. For our winners, we have our Milo 1 kg.
Yay, congratulations. And that's it right here on the Milo Picnic time. We say keep on learning, keep on stimulating. And again, we say to JDF, keep on doing a great job. We'll see you another time on the Milo Picnic time. Milo Picnic Time was also brought to you by Good to Grow Yogurt, Orchard Juices, and the Sagicor Group Jamaica. Milo Picnic Time was also brought to you by Good to Grow Yogurt, Orchard Juices, and the Sagicor Group Jamaica.